Hey guys, so we're gonna go ahead and make some ratatouille. I have already gone ahead and diced up some summer squash, some zucchini, some eggplant, some peppers. I went ahead and already chopped up garlic, my onions. I have my sprigs of thyme, and I have 1 can of the tomatoes. On the side, just in case for me, I always buy extra ingredients because I'm kind of like, I just do that. So I already have, a couple extra fresh tomatoes, some squash, some eggplant, zucchini, onion, and then of course I have my herbs de Provence and my bay leaves. So let's get started. All right, so I have olive oil heating up in a pan, in a pot. You're gonna need a big pot. So here goes the garlic. Oh, and here comes my helper. This is gonna be oniony. So I don't know if your eyes are gonna like this. Onions, and I want that to cook first. Onions and garlic, for everything else to have that flavor, it's gonna need to cook off a little bit first. And again, this ratatouille is not really traditional ratatouille because you're not roasting the vegetables first. But I can tell you, I've already made it like this once. Actually, I made this for Christmas, and it was great. This is exactly how I did it. So you want these onions and the garlic to caramelize just a little bit. What we're gonna do is go ahead. I'm gonna add all of the vegetables, just like that.
Mommy, are you gonna put these in?
Yes, eventually, baby.
Can I put them in?
Not right now.
I'm gonna put them in, okay?
Now, yes, when it's time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start to stir these in, like so. You want to definitely not leave this alone. You want to keep cooking it because remember, those onions and that garlic was already in there cooking. So we just want all of the vegetables to kind of like touch the bottom of the pan. That's what I did the last time. So lots of stirring. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour this in. I got coarse ground tomatoes last time. I used whole tomatoes and I crushed them with my hand. I wanted something a little different. So here are my coarse ground tomatoes. That actually looks more like a tomato puree. You can hear it kind of simmering. I'm gonna knock down the heat. The heat was originally on like medium to high. I'm knocking it down to medium low. No, muévete con eso, please. So that's in. Now I'm just simply stirring and stirring and stirring. This is going to continue to cook and simmer. And at this point in time, I'm gonna go ahead and add in the sprigs of thyme. I use fresh thyme. Fresh thyme is pretty, you're gonna get a big enormous bundle. I mean, I got this giant bundle. I would say if you can take this and put it in a baggie and stick it in the freezer, you could probably continue to use this for about 2 months. Okay, the herbs, you need about a tablespoon of it. I'm gonna just eyeball it. And then 1 bay leaf. Bay leaf, if you get like the Badia or Goya brand, you can get a lot of bay leaf for a little bit of money. I think that this was like 99 cents. Bay leaf is, so if you buy the Spanish versions, it's very, very inexpensive. And just continue to stir. Lots of stirring for this. Because I use the coarse tomatoes, I'm probably gonna go ahead and cut up some of those tomatoes that I bought, or check my pantry to see if I have whole tomatoes, and I'm gonna manually crush those. But I'm gonna go ahead and add in my pepper. I love pepper. Some kosher salt. And continue to stir. You're gonna cook this for about 30 minutes. And when I had it, the last time that I made this, I made it and then I kind of let it sit for 2 hours and it was so good, and it was even better the next day. So I looked in my pantry. I did have some whole tomatoes. So this is what I did the last time. I just simply squished them up. I did take off the little top part and I discarded those. So I'm gonna take a few tomatoes just so that way I have, whoops, who says that cooking isn't messy? That way I just have like chunks of tomato. I was really thinking those coarse tomatoes would be something else. I have everything that's gonna go in there. I'm gonna go ahead and just let that simmer for another 20 minutes and we'll come back and we'll check on it. All right, so this is about 15 minutes in to the process of ratatouille. All right, so this ratatouille has now been simmering for about 30 minutes. You can see that the vegetables are mainly cooked, and then that's it, folks. This is it. Like I said, if you just let it, just cover it and you take it off the heat and you let it sit for about 2 more hours, it's gonna be amazing. And this did taste better when I did it the first time around. It tasted better the second day. But basic, easy ratatouille. Enjoy.